New subject for addiction that a lot of people don't talk about, and I see all the time, and it's killing me in the system. So you go to an in-house rehab. So that means you sleep there for 28 days, sometimes longer. And then you go to an intensive outpatient, which means you go to a facility like my own that I work at, and it's 4 days a week and for 3 hours a day, sometimes longer in a different facility. And then you go to outpatient, which is 2 days a week for 3 hours a time, and it could be less. And then you're pushed out of the nest. And sometimes you're pushed out of the nest a lot quicker because our notes, or the clinician notes, would say they're doing great, been sober, no slips, seems to be inviting the policies into their life, seems to be balancing out, talking about their feelings. And the insurance company goes, oh, on paper they're doing amazing, so let's cut their insurance and graduate them. Let's graduate them. Without emotionally testing these people out where they are really emotionally. So on paper they look good, and they're talking in group therapy, and they're participating, in my case, in the athletic stuff and doing all the mindful things. But at night when they're home alone, we have no idea what goes through their thoughts. And this is never asked of them, and this is never reported. So insurance companies just push them out. And I understand it. It's a business. They don't want to be milking money when they don't have to. So I'm telling you this for the people and the families that don't understand why, when they get somebody back from all this rehab and they seem to be doing amazing, why do they fall and go back to drinking or using again and have these slips, as they call them? Because their sheltered bubble that they had for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, depending on what the insurance paid for, was in a very safe place, very guarded place, and it kept them from their demons because we kept them busy, we talked it out, and obviously they're not bumping into alcohol, and they're not bumping into prescription drugs or heroin. Okay? And now we set them free. Set them free to do their old habits, because nothing's changed at home, because this is a family issue, and things have to change at home as well. The dynamics of fighting, the triggers, the all the maybe reprimanding or putting people down, that need to change. So family therapy is not usually involved in this as well. And then the person goes back to their normal friends and things like that, and happens to bump into their old habits where they say hello and they may welcome them back. So what do I do to suggest to change this thing up? A, if you guys are involved in this, right away go into family therapy. If they're not offering it for you, you go into it. Not the once a week where you get a catch up of how your guy is doing, but you actually go into family therapy to find out what your participation is in this whole family dynamic, because any addiction is starting with a toxic family. No one's wrong. I'm just saying it's toxic. Second thing is, when that person gets home with you or by themselves, please make sure that their routine changes amazingly upside down from what they used to do. Now they have to go to meetings. If they used to walk on the beach, you take them to the park. If they used to go to this neighborhood to get coffee that all the bars were at, you take them to a Dunkin' Donuts across town. All these things have to change, and then they have a fighting chance, because to have a slip is probably, I would say, 50% of the first time they try. And if you're there to help them with this and understand why they get pushed out way too soon because of insurance, you have a better shot of making this guy or this woman survive and make it through for that lifetime that they're expecting not to ever use again. Peace out.